What up? Welcome to the 47th episode of the Back of the Class podcast. We are your hosts. I am the Esteban Serrano.
I'm Zach Dion.
El Juan David.
I like it. I'm glad you're bringing it back.
I debuted that last week.
Yeah.
Keeping it going in 2017. All right, well, we have an amazing show lined up for you, but first we want to hear a number 47 player.
I got two.
You got two number 47s.
Andrei Kirilenko, NBA Russian player.
Right. The White Russian.
Nickname AK-47.
Oh, sorry.
Which is one of the best
Not
nicknames.
the White Russian.
One of the best nicknames
AK-47
ever in
is
sports.
definitely
He's
one of the
Russian.
best.
Got it.
His initials are
Russian
AK,
gun.
and he's number 47. And the other one, I have to, former Met, Jesse Orozco, made the final out in the 86 World Series for the Mets.
Oh, my God.
Last time we won a World Series.
Look at this guy.
Hey,
Batting 1,000 today.
that's how the
Mets.
kids say, I do this.
Yeah.
Word. And we do this, the Back of the Class podcast.
We try.
As Zach rubs his shirt with his microphone all in my ear holes. On today's show, we got some interesting things going on around here. Juan actually brought this first topic up. It's DMX featuring Swizz Beatz. Bane is back. It's a new record from DMX. I also got to sit down with the Chicago kid Saba.
Yeah, what was the scoop with that?
Yeah, so he came to the office earlier today. Yeah,
Gee, the nerd in me. Saba. You know Saba?
Saba.
The only Saba thing I know, not him, but
Right.
the White Ranger from Power Rangers. You know Tommy's the Green Ranger. He turns into the White Ranger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The name of his white sword, because it talks,
Uh-huh.
is Saba.
Oh.
Maybe that's where he got it from.
No, it's not. He tells us a story of where he got it from. On
And it's
this
not
here
that?
podcast.
Oh.
Nowhere near a
That
Power
would have been
Ranger.
dope.
Well,
I would like legit would have been. I would have popped for him like, yo, my man's deep into the Power Ranger game.
I love that kid's music, though.
Word, exactly. I knew you would. And then in the Flex Zone, we're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons DJ trolling Russell Wilson with some future music during the playoff game.
Never
a very,
ending.
very tough playoff game, too, by the way.
Oh.
And Zach goes, well, like he knows anything about that life. And then we're going to a super special TV segment about some great new TV and things that are coming up. So that's what we got on the show today. Let's kick it off with a legend, working with another legend to bring Bane back. And Juan David.
I mean, the only reason I listened to it and clicked on it is because I saw Bane.
Wow. Not that you saw,
No.
quadruple
I
platinum.
probably would have listened to it because I love X. I'm a big DMX fan. Got him on my phone.
Got him on my phone.
I think I have all his albums up until like.
Grand Champion.
I might not have.
Yeah,
Champion.
that's what I said. You got them all up until that
I got
point.
Flesh in My Flesh, Blood on My Blood.
Of course. You got Dark and Hell is Hot.
Dark as Hell, of course. And
Yeah.
then after that, it gets blurry.
After the X was here.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Besides the name, because I like that Bane is, the villain
My
from Batman.
man Bane.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the song.
No. You actually you had a stronger opinions about it before we would record.
Yeah,
this
but I've had the
podcast.
rest of the day to reflect.
Okay. that's fair.
I haven't gone over to say that it's good, but I'm just not a fan of it. I don't like it. It's just like all over the place. The production just sounds lazy.
Yeah, it sounded like there was only a snare in there. Right?
Yeah,
Or
like
any
it's-
bass at all.
Yeah, and it's
Weird.
And it's produced by Swizz Beatz. You're like, oh shit, this might sound interesting. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing too, right? I think the chemistry and the catalog that these two collaborators have together, especially with that sound that we love, that super overproduced, very synthesized, like anthemic sound that we remember from DMX, Swizz Beatz collaborating. For this to be the record that they drop after maybe not working together for a long time, I'm not going to say that I hate it or that I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it for what the record delivers.
I like listening to them on it. I mean, I wasn't bored or any bad feelings listening to both of them. I thought they were good.
I just like it because it's DMX and Swizz Beatz again.
I just like that X is doing something.
Right.
Music related.
And it's them together. And it wasn't bad. It just didn't. It's not what it was before.
And like his rapping too is just so like minimal and
Yeah.
not wordy and not thought provoking. I mean, not that everything has to be that way, but it's DMX. You wonder what he's gonna be talking about, and it's just like it just seems like he's just saying shit to say. I mean, they rhyme.
But it was that kind of record. I think it was just a talking shit.
Yeah, maybe it was like a warm up.
Because X has those conceptual records. He has those dope.
He's in a different place right now, though, dude.
But
he's not. I mean, from all the news that's come out recently and coming up.
Now, do you think X is in a worse place now than he was when he was growling at people on the chain and, you know what I'm saying, robbing fool? I don't think he's in a worse place now than he's been in his life.
I think he is. I think he is because he had all that success and he had a taste of it, and it lasts a while, and he has been in dark and troublesome places for like a while.
I think
what was the thing last year? He would like almost died like in a car in a parking lot someplace.
Something like that. A couple years ago, he like ran a gay at JFK and he had crack on him, and after it was just like it sucks, man. Because like I said, I'm a fan.
His legal troubles section on Wikipedia has expanded to have a year by year play.
Wasn't he on the Breakfast Club too, talking shit about Drake? And
yeah, he said he hate his face.
Yeah,
I mean, but who doesn't hate Drake's face? You know what I'm saying? Except for Tina. Shout out to Tina.
The ladies.
But everyone else hates Drake's face, so he wasn't wrong when he was saying that. Listen,
well,
I
DMX's
disagree.
best 2016 moment came courtesy of Drake on Views. So
I think that
cold look.
I think the worst DMX, the worst parts of his life definitely came before he had a record deal, in my opinion.
No, I know because I've heard and read.
I read the autobiography.
That Irv Gotti interview is all you from that documentary back in the day. Is all you need to know of like how he grew up and shit.
Come on, man. So I don't know. I just think it might have been maybe the first collab that they've done in a while, and they wanted to just kick something out because they were excited. I definitely think if there's more to come, there will be a more flushed out body of work, or just more songs, working together, getting the chemistry back together.
Or just gauging like the market or the interest too.
I want to hear some more DMX Swizz beats, because there was a time that we thought, oh, X is over, and then Up in Here came out, and it was just solidified even more.
I mean, the guy, if you go to if you were to go to a DMX concert,
that'd be great.
And he just played like his catalog, like you'd be like, holy shit,
yeah,
dude's got a fucking catalog,
right?
You don't it's because nowadays it's what have you done for me lately? Everyone's memory is super short. But I guarantee you, if he starts going through his catalog, you'd be like, holy shit, I forgot how many hits DMX actually had.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my thing, and this is the biggest part of my issues with hip hop, is that like U2 is coming back to play Joshua Tree, and that's like huge, humongous noise. But DMX is like, just play your old shit. We don't want to hear. You know what I mean? Like, or is it, is what have you done for me lately? But 1999, 98, 2000, 2002, 3, 4, DMX was a monster. 2 platinum albums in 1 year. Like,
it's also 2 different fan bases. Like, U2 is not playing to the millennials.
Neither is DMX, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But like, the crowd is different.
I'm just saying that we don't appreciate our legends like we should. X should be appreciated more.
I think he is. Like, we're appreciating it. We're not 100% behind like love this song, but we would love to see him succeed and put out a new project. Me and Esteban, I don't know. Zach's over here sighing and giving me like
heavy in
sideways
the
looks.
microphone.
I'm pretty neutral here.
Whatever, man.
Can we
DMX is going to come haunt you.
Can we at least agree that DMX is the best
Friday the 13th
initial name in music that rolls off? Just DMX just sounds so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Right? I can't think of anyone else that has initials and it just rolls off the tongue.
No.
And it sounds like it fits what's advertised. DMX.
Yeah, he sounds like a scary, crazy. Anyway, on to a new artist whose album I'm really, 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 really digging right now. It's called Bucket List, and it's on all of your streaming services.
That you pay and don't pay for.
That you pay and you don't pay for. Saba came through today to talk about the album, and here is the interview. Check it out. Saba. Welcome to the back of the class,
you
man.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Yo, I can't not. Does anyone else scream Saba to you like that?
Sometimes I do it my damn self.
There you go.
You know, it's 2 syllables. It's, you know, you got
it's
to.
easy peasy. So where did that name come from?
Saba. All right. So we gonna start off with it. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Embarrassing story number 1.
Damn.
Here it is.
Let's rack them up.
All right. I got into music when I was like 8, and I was producing and rapping and stuff. Similar to the story you were just telling me, like I was also that kid. Maybe less established, but I was that kid nonetheless. And my stage name used to be Sabotage because my real name is Taj.
Come on.
So I used to go by Sabotage, and then it just was kind of one of those things that stuck around. I got to high school, everybody just started calling me Saba. So I'm just Saba.
That's actually not an embarrassing.
I think it's so embarrassing. That's what most people's reactions are. Like, it's not that bad. It's actually
all right. Well,
cool.
let me break this down to you real quick, right? So I used to be a rapper for about 5 minutes, right? And my first rap name. Don't drink no water yet, because you're going to spit it out all over the place.
There we go.
My first rap name was Mike Master Quick. So now, is Saba really that embarrassing?
Okay.
Sabotage.
Sabotage.
Mike Master Quick. First of all, I am not old enough to be like a part of the Grandmaster Furious anything. Like,
all right, so
it was terrible.
Rap name before Sabotage.
Hit it.
T-Bone.
Because
I was a Bone Thugs and Harmony fan.
Okay.
And I just felt like the 6th member when I was like 8. So I was T-Bone until Sabotage.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. That's the first. That's the first. Since we're on the subject.
Right. T-Bone. But it's ill. It's ill that you mentioned that you're a Bone Thugs fan, because that leads right into, kind of what I wanted to talk about next. Like, the project Bucket List is an amazing project.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
But what I love about it is the musicality that you bring to the records, right? So there are like instrumentation and all that stuff. The production is super mellow and grooved out, and you just like capture vibes. Like you literally capture vibes on these records. But what you bring to the songs, not even like lyrically, but just in the way that you deliver your cadence, your bounce takes it to another level. So when you say Bone Thugs was one of your, one of the things that you like, I can get it now.
Yeah.
So like when a beat comes on, like what is your like process? Like how do you even start to form words or melodies?
First thing, I think usually I do like one of 2 things. One, I try to think of a cadence that I haven't done before.
Okay.
So I think in pattern in terms of like a lot of the writing for the songs. Like some of the cadences will just start as and then like just in certain like pauses and like blank spaces and spaces where like you might not think, like you might have to listen a few times to really get the rhythm that I'm on, but that's usually like because that's what's fun to me, like connecting it like a puzzle, like and trying to like I think in terms of rhythm, like I started as a producer, so just bringing that rhythm element I think is one of the cool things. Like I don't know, I feel like a lot of drummers really get it, a lot of people or percussionists, whatever, and then 2, like for different kinds of tracks, sometimes even the same kind of track, in terms of melody, just trying to find a pocket where it's like you are a part of the song, like real melodic, but not in like a now I'm in the background, like right, like drowned out by the beat, but really like to like if I was to add a synth to a beat, like that's pretty much what I'm doing, but with my voice instead. Like
so you're a piece of the band,
basically. Trying my hardest to be trying to keep up.
That's so dope. But that was kind of like the first thing, the first thing that I noticed about you in general was that you brought that to the table, where like a lot of rappers just want to be rapping. And it's cool to be rapping and be a rapping ass rapper, but sonically it's not as entertaining. It's not as easily digestible. It's not as much of a smooth listen as it is when.
Well, I appreciate that because
I
was trying real hard to do that.
No, so that's dope, man. But another thing what I've learned too is that if you have that ability to, you know, blend in with the record and, you know, just melodically match, you ain't saying shit. And like, you know, of course we're in the era right now with the mumbles, which to me are like, these are the most amazing reference tracks for a real rapper to come in and put lyrics to.
Yeah.
But like you actually back it up lyrically. Like how hard is it for you to lyrically be saying something and at the same time be delivering it in that way? Like, does sometimes one take a backseat to the other?
I don't think it has to. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people who make, you know, rap music kind of imply with like certain types of records, like to have a bouncy record, like you gotta not say nothing. Like to have a hip hop record, it can't be fun, you know.
Right.
But I think really, like, I don't know, like I think I lucked up because I came around a time, you know, like under my big brother and stuff where I was like discovering all of the hip hop of the hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was in high school, I was, you know, Big L, you know what I'm saying? Cameron, you know what I'm saying? Getting into that stuff, getting into the Biggie and the Lupe was like my favorite. But
of course.
Really like people who like break down like lyrics and could rhyme anything with anything, like Doom, like could rhyme anything with anything. So I think that definitely helped because I was always like the musical one. But you know, once I like my pen got strong, you know, it was just a matter of just not doubting it, knowing when to trust it. And you know, sometimes it is like, you know, you trying to hold a pattern, so you might sacrifice a bar or something, and it's like, no, you know that was a filler. But I think for me, for this one, I was just really trying to avoid that. Like, you know, and another thing coming out of, like, I came out a lot of poetry open mics and stuff, and
you can hear that
you don't get those filler bars if you're writing a poem. Like,
right.
You know, if you're in a slam, they not gonna let you, you know, throw in a little jab. Like, they won't haymaker. So I think that definitely helped the pen, you know, just really focus and be able to, you know, say what I say. You know, it's not always like punchline, because, you know, it was a point where just like what young people consider good rap was just punchlines. Right. So it's like, while that is in there, it's not only that makes rap good. You know, you can actually be saying something. You know, what makes lyrical rap lyrical. You know, it's kind of, I don't know. It's a slippery slope.
But it's also like a great mixture. Like, that's what I've grown to appreciate. And my ear, kind of similar to yours, is that, like, I can appreciate East Coast hip-hop, West Coast hip-hop, down south hip-hop, Midwest hip-hop. I can appreciate fun, you know, up-tempo hip-hop. I can appreciate, like, the hardcore, you know, gangster rappiness. I love, you know, even the Gravediggers and their horrorcore type stuff. I love grime stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can appreciate everything. I'm not one type of listener. Yeah. So when someone can, like, you know, appeal to a lot of the things that I like in one, then I'll give them far more real estate, you know, in my listening at the same time. How old are you?
I'm 22.
What the hell you know about a bucket list?
You know, I think
that's
about
old people stuff.
Yeah,
man.
I think about it sometimes too. Not much. Not much.
So why bucket list? Why did you name it that?
Bucket list. How I explain it is it was a few different, like, avenues that kind of led me to bucket list. One of the most important was, like, I lost my uncle who, like, he lived with us. You know, he was like that older brother. You know, like he was like real close to me or whatever. Got into some trouble, went away for like 6 years, came home 2014, died in his sleep like a few months after being out. So it was like the craziest, like, you know, that was just a surreal experience.
yeah.
Like I couldn't believe that shit had happened like that. Like it's like in the time of all of our excitement, like, you know, he just dies in his sleep, and young, you know. So that really got me, you know, it got me into a more like morbid sense of thinking that year. And then I on a lot of the records I incorporated just being from the West Side, from where I'm from, like, and I wanted to look at a bucket list from a like dreamer's point of view.
Nice.
Like, you know, having a bucket list, it is some old people shit. That's true.
Right.
But having a bucket list, you know, could for some young people just be as simple as a set of goals and like dreams, you know, aspirations, shit that they want to do. And I think from being from the West Side of Chicago, it's like a lot of people just don't have that. And it's crazy because they had it at a point, and it was kind of like, you know, it kind of, they just lost it, you know, getting caught up in whatever. And I think that's one of the things that I really wanted to address on the project. Like, it's like a lot of young dreamers out here that are just afraid to dream, and they might be the hoodest niggas, so you wouldn't think that they afraid.
Right, but it might not even be cool to dream.
Yeah, exactly,
you know
exactly. Yeah. And then the last one, and most literal, I bought a hoopty, I bought a bucket.
Yes.
And you know, you'll hear a lot of the songs about the cars breaking down and stuff like that. So
pushing.
I think exactly. So I think it was just one of those things where a lot of different avenues led me to making a bucket list project. You know, it just kind of came along.
And that's kind of like one of the things that I appreciated most about this project. And there's not a lot of artists that can do this, but you are able to take a listener along for the ride with you.
Right.
And I feel like I'm hanging out with you on a regular day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm chilling with you, and then I hear, you know, you're playing voicemails or something, and like, you know what I mean? That pops up. You know, just people shouting you out, or, you know, getting in touch with you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not there while there is dreams and aspirations to it, there's still a lot of reality and appreciating the beauty of where you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why aren't you lying on these records? Like, why not? You know what I mean? No, really. Like, you could be out here with the talent that you have saying a whole bunch of dumb shit.
Anything, yeah.
Anything. Why be that transparent?
I think it's really just who I am. Like, you know, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where there's enough people doing that already. Like, that's, you know, it's as cool as that may be for them, that's not really, like, you know, where I stand with it. I think I definitely have, like, as far as like my bucket list, I definitely have, you know, goals of my own and, you know, stuff like that. And one of them is like just trying to help out as much as I can, trying to inspire as much as I can. And I think to do that, I got to tell the truth, the exact, the whole truth, the exact truth, nothing but, you know. Yeah. So I think that's one of those things. And it's been interesting so far to, you know, really be able to write some of the things that I write, and, you know, say just speak on some stuff, like some family stuff. There's a lot of stuff about the family, and it's like, you know, they're gonna hear it and stuff like that. But it's cool. I think I just really want to open that conversation, you know, for people to know that they're not alone. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, man. I also want to talk about the way you utilize the features on this project. You know what I'm saying? I love that Twist is on there.
Same.
I love that Chance is contributing, but not in the way that everyone would, you know what I'm saying, anticipate his contribution. So tell me about that. Chicago is like one of the hottest places on earth right now for hip hop, when you have Vic and Chance and like those types of people blowing up, you know, on the scene. Yeah. It really puts a spotlight on the city. And you have your way of bringing that in, but not taking the spotlight off of them or you.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I think for me, working on features is like, as cool as it is and cool as it could or could have been to, like, you know, get a big name, you know, to as cool as it would have been to have Beyonce on my record. You know, it's not really about that. Like, I think it's a matter of, like, you know, having a connection with people, and like obviously being from Chicago, most of the people that I have that kind of connection to are from Chicago as well. So I think it's really just having like, you know what I'm saying, you want people in your corner, like people that's rooting for you the same way you rooting for them. Like, you know, you don't want to reach out to somebody, get them on a feature, and then they don't even post this shit.
Right. But we've seen that really go bad for people like Meek Mill and Drake, so we definitely don't want that to transpire in your career.
Yeah, but I mean, it was one of those things where, like, you know, Twista was one of my like favorite rappers, you know, like, so when I have access to get Twista and I'm able to, you know, laugh with Twista and tell him, like, Twista, my dad's a musician, they used to work together. I get to walk up to Twista and say, hey, guess whose son I am, like,
right.
And you know, stuff like that I think adds to the work relationship, and that's why the songs come out sounding more organic. It's like, obviously everybody, you know, after Angels and after Everybody Something, everybody just knows Chance is gonna be on my record. So it's like I want to do it in a different way. Like, I don't, you know, like, you can't predict, like, no, he's not on my record.
Right.
So now what? So now you were wrong about that. So what else? But really, it's just, you know, it's one of those things where, like, No Name is on it, Smino is on it, and then my brother Joseph is on it. I don't like to go too feature crazy. I like to get people on shit where you know, it's set up for them to kill it, you know? Man. It's set up for them to kill it. Like, it's not, I don't want to, you know, it could be my best song and I'm not going to reach out to you because, like, you're you, you know? I want something that will also be, you know, where you can shine on it, where there's space for you to do what you do best on it. So I think, you know, working with Twista, like, it's like that's what we tried to create. Working with No Name, that's what we tried to create. Working with Smino, it's like, you'll notice, like, one thing about, like, that I think is interesting. Like, you listen to the Kanye features and stuff, and that's when the beat change, and that's like, it's like, okay, the song is starting now. We try to create that space for the other people. Like, when Smino started rapping on World in My Hands, it's like the beat gets crazy and starts doing all of this other shit, but it's really just trying to create that space for people to shine, you know what I'm saying? People to, you know, it's real easy, you know, in hip hop, you got a 4-minute record for that shit to get boring halfway through, you know? So it's like, production wise and song, like, the writing wise, like, we just want to keep shit interesting, like, feature or no feature, you know?
Word. So you selling out shows out here in these streets.
Low key. Starting to. It's coming along.
You doing NPR radio with Gallant.
Yeah.
When shit like that happens,
that
like,
did happen.
How, like, what's next? Like, how do you, you know, what's the plan? How are you capitalizing on these types of things? You know, is it one day at a time?
Yeah, I think it's one day at a time. Even smaller than that, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time, you know, as zoomed in as we can get. Like, it's really just, you know, it's real easy for all of this crazy shit to start happening, and then you be so far ahead, so focused on the future, where you know, you looking back like, damn, that was actually a really good day, I wish I could have enjoyed it, you know. So man, for me, it's like really like taking everything in and really being able to appreciate it. Like, just even, you know, we're talking to each other, like, you know, at a point in time, like, you had no idea who I was. Like, it's like, this is, you know, this is just as much of a big deal as selling out a show or performing with Gallant or performing with whoever, you know. So I think it's one of those things where it really just, you know, taking each day, being grateful for what, you know, what I got, what's to come, and, you know, just keeping at it, man.
You are a man child, bro. You 22 out here with bucket lists, enjoying the moment, being present. That's not some 22-year-old shit.
Not yet. It's, you know, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm, you know, seeing what's happening. Really, just being observant, trying to learn from everything. You know, like. Bucket list. I mean, you know, everybody's like, his first mixtape, bucket list, or his second mixtape, bucket list. You know, this is like the sixth project that I've released, really. Like, so it's like I'm not as new as people think I am, but at the same time, I'm so new to all of this side of it, where it's like I just got, you know, I'm trying to just learn from it. You know, I never been here before. Like, I'm, you know, I'm trying to learn from it, man.
Now, One thing I also appreciate too is like, if this was back in the day, no one gets 6 projects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like our favorite rappers have 2-3 albums and then that's a rap. And it's like if you're lucky, you become a legacy act and you have 6 projects come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, but your music is getting better.
Yeah. And I think that's what's most important for me. Like, it's like, I mean, the first 3 don't really count because I was in high school and it was just like some local, like, word of mouth, hand to mouth. Yeah. But it's like the same, the same efforts went into those. So it's like even being 15 and trying to do it, it's like you still learn from that. So each one has gotten better. Each one has gotten bigger. So I think it's really just, keeping good people around and learning from it and trying to make the best music that I can. And shit that I really believe in. Like, it ain't no point in me putting out some shit if I don't like it. Like, it's like, it's my song.
You never lie about that. Yeah. So you're selling out shows. So tell me about touring. How is it a full-fledged setup? Are you doing spot dates?
It's on the way.
Okay.
Tour's on the way.
Word. Cool. So where can people find you so they can hear you on tour and like, listen to your jams and stuff?
At Saba Pivot across the board, sabapivot.com. Or just, your Apples, your Spotify's, your whatever's
your titles.
Your streaming, your titles, your SoundClouds, your streaming source of choice,
Zach is giving me the ultimate side eye right now because this next topic is all about the footballs.
I've been waiting all week. I've been waiting all year.
He's been waiting all year. So anyway,
sports thing we talked about, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, we usually stay away from these.
Probably Kaepernick.
We stay away from these because Zach is not very initiated in the footballs.
It gives me a nice break in my week.
But listen, it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs, and the Atlanta Falcons are playing the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Seattle, Russell Wilson is the quarterback there.
A.K.A. Mr. Sierra.
A.K.A. Fuck you. Anyway, it's an away game, so they have to play in Atlanta. The DJ for the Atlanta Falcons said that he will be playing a lot of Future in heavy rotation.
Wow.
Just to fuck with Russell Wilson. Now, my question to you is this a good idea? Is this going to backfire? Should you piss off one of the most dangerous, elusive, can run for 100 yards quarterbacks in a playoff game?
Zach, I want to hear Zach's take first.
What do you think, Zach?
Well, I mean, I've heard this story has happened many times already of people playing Future at the games, and it's been a long time of it.
But this is a playoff game.
But he's also
Atlanta.
like,
it's a big deal.
Didn't he ban the Seahawks DJ or whoever plays the music in their stadium to not play Future?
I believe so.
That was the thing, right?
Yes, it was.
My thing is, he's gonna be so focused on the game and calling plays and throwing it at people. I don't think he's even gonna, unless he's sitting on the bench while the defense is on the field. I don't even think that thought is even gonna enter his head, or he'll even notice they're playing.
He's got, There's nothing new that could shake him up or get him
salty.
salty.
No. Let me be. I was at the Super Bowl on the field while everyone was warming up, and the music was going on, and all of the players were into the music. It was part of their, because for the most part, the players pick the playlist of the songs that are going on while you're warming up.
Okay.
So so you're not hearing Taylor Swift, and you're hearing like Rich Homie, or you're hearing like, you know what I'm saying, OJ the Juice Man. You're hearing the records that these 20-year-old athletes are playing to get themselves pumped up.
I feel like nowadays though, like every time I've seen anyone warm up now, everyone's rocking headphones.
Listen, I was
the
there
wide receivers
on the floor.
This was 3 years ago.
I'm just saying, it was 3 years ago that everyone was wearing headphones. But what I'm
now
saying
I think
is,
more
they care about the music.
What I'm saying is a huge part of the environment that you're in. A huge part of your environment.
I mean, if you're Russell,
if
I'm Russell, I just put my noise canceling Bose on and just go about my practice
And
and,
what
go
do
about
you
my
think
warm
Russell Wilson listens to in his bows?
Oh, I don't know.
Sierra
Fucking, he probably
only.
likes Future too. Like,
I think he's listening to Tchaikovsky or some shit.
I mean, they hang. He is.
He
like,
just seems like that type of guy who's like, oh, that new Michael Bublé album.
Oh wow.
Well, he is college
Really gets me
educated.
warmed
He went
up.
to college
So did all these athletes.
2 times. Yeah,
What
but
are
he
you
went.
talking about?
He went double.
Oh yeah, he left something in his locker. He had to go back and go get it.
But I feel like
Anyway,
the
do
kid.
you get lockers in college? I didn't go to a real one, so
of
I
course,
don't know.
the kid is.
He said, "Of course." I'm
the-
sure you don't get lockers in college, you ass.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Where would you have a locker?
In the locker room,
Oh, for gym or
Oh,
something.
that's a
Yeah.
good point.
Got it.
where you don't
Zach,
you don't put your pads on and your helmet on in your dorm and then walk to practice. You go to the facility,
That's
take
what I
off your
do.
street
Yo,
clothes and
man.
put your gear on. That's what you do.
Yeah, that's what
Fair
I still
enough.
do.
Zach, you what shoulder pads are you wearing these days, Zach?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
When he wears a suit.
I don't give up.
They
I
got
don't
the
give
shoulder
up.
pads in them.
But yeah, I
shoulder
think that
pads.
DJ's stupid for saying ahead of time, making a big deal out of it ahead of time. Just do it on the day.
Also,
Word.
It's
he
not-
is a
it's not a fresh
stepfather
idea.
to future son.
Yeah.
You can't imagine the son isn't like, can you play my daddy's music in the car while we drive here? And he, what the fuck, he's gonna say no? I had a stepfather all my life. And don't think that if my father was a rapper, I wouldn't be like, yo, play my dad's song because that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, but that's because you love your daddy. This kid is 2 years old. He doesn't know the difference between anything right now. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
He don't know that daddy did something to mommy and now they're not together. All he just knows, oh, we going over here today? Sure, let's go that way. I love Blue. What the heck? He doesn't know anything. I don't know. I think it's going to be, first of all, I'm watching this game because it's going to be a great game. It's some high scoring, high flying football. Anyway.
All right.
Are you all right, Juan?
When you said high scoring, I said,
I mean, you got Atlanta Falcons.
no, they could score.
So what's the problem?
But they could score, but you said high flying, like Seattle's known for
Listen,
their
this
defense.
is Seattle playoff football.
You know what?
bro.
Hold on.
This
Zach,
is two-
who you got winning,
This
Zach?
is 2 bird teams playing against each other.
Oh,
so
that's a good point.
They're gonna soar, bro.
Thank you.
You're
See,
right.
Zach understands.
Well, he's the wordsmith of the fucking crew. Of course he's gonna come out with some great
All right,
words.
Zach, who
Hawks
you got, and
versus
what is the
Falcons.
score? Final score. Who wins?
Oh wow. Well,
Please, I want to hear this.
let's see how in tune I am with the NFL's scoring patterns these days. Well, let's say the Seahawks win, and the
Seahawks
score
win.
is 38-28.
All right, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just glad you didn't say the Seahawks win straight sets
Yeah, they will, but no.
on
Yeah.
some tennis shit.
Oh my god. All right, let's get into this. The TV special. Zach, you want to set this stuff up?
The whatever. So yeah, if you look on Fuse.tv today, we've got.
You better be looking.
When you are looking, we've been putting up some 2017 preview stuff. Albums we're excited about, movies, TV,
True.
and of that stuff. We talk about probably TV more than movies in here a little bit. And I'm just curious because I compiled this master list and said, hey, tell me what you guys are excited about, and it's huge. So
It's like 3 pages.
yeah, so there's a lot of new shows. There's some cool shows returning. There's some shows ending. So yeah, is there stuff that
so let's
over
break
the
this
break
down.
you were just like, oh man, I can't wait till that comes back this year or
Right.
to get to see that thing.
A new show you're excited to see,
All right.
a show you're excited to see come back, and a show you never want to see ever again.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
Let's do that.
All right.
Zach, you
F
go
Mary,
first.
F Mary Kill of television.
Basically.
I'm going first, huh?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, man. It's your topic.
A new show. Let's see. There's a lot of Netflix is doing a lot of good stuff. Netflix has a Bill Nye show coming out. That's pretty crazy.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Go.
I am excited to see the show Dear White People, which was a movie. It was like an
Yes.
indie movie.
They made a show about it?
They made a show, and it's with some of the same, I think, even cast. So
Word.
that's cool because, I would have loved for that everybody to encounter that movie or for
Yes.
it to be a wider thing.
What was it
And,
about?
It's about a college campus and kind of like a big race conflict on college campus,
Gotcha.
basically.
Is it a comedy, drama?
It's comedy.
Yeah.
It's like a satire. So I'm excited to see a show of that will be on Netflix. That will
and the movie is on Netflix right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can watch it.
That wasn't a yet. It was.
He's like, okay.
I knew it was on Amazon. I didn't know.
Yeah. It's on Netflix right now, so
all
you
right.
can
So
watch
show
it
returning. That you wanna?
Oh, me again?
You wanna go on first? All right, we'll do it first.
No, we'll do the shows we're excited to see. You go next.
I just want to see what they're gonna do with the defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Defendants. That's not.
What are the defenders?
Law and Order, the Defenders
on Netflix, Marvel. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Daredevil, all in one show.
You didn't
and
know
they're doing this.
Did you know about that?
They're shooting it now.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
They're doing 3 new shows this year. They're doing Iron Fist, The Defenders, and The Punisher. All.
Wow.
And I'm gonna put all those in one category.
But that was Marvel and Netflix made this deal like 3 years ago, and they said we're gonna have these 4 shows about these characters, and we're gonna make like a miniseries with all of them, and that's already here.
Yeah, they're They just released
Holy
like footage today of
cow.
like all of them on set together, and like some images and all that good stuff. So
Iron Fist better be good, man, because people are gonna be getting a lot of him.
Well, I hope
it's gonna be his.
I
series
hope it's good, so that another character introduced, like, it's been, the characters existed for a while, but it's just another character that deserves to come to the limelight and be popular, which is a good thing, I always think.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the shows. I mean, I'm excited for more shit, but those are the ones that.
That's the new.
Yeah, the new.
And while we're there, we talked to the editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics, Crissle Alonso.
Yep.
We've talked to him a few times, but there's a video on the site of him talking about how the comics are going to interact with the MCU and the Netflix series this year. So they're putting out like comic books specifically to tie in with this stuff.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
And keeping it somewhat animated. I'm going to say DuckTales.
Oh, the one Juan wrote about for the site.
Woo!
We got a strong DuckTales in here.
I just want to see. I couldn't get enough of Scrooge McDuck, bro.
Really?
He was always my favorite. Like, I won't call him a villain. Would you call him a villain?
He was a protagonist. Nah, the villain was Magic of the Spell. And
yeah, but he was
the
a greedy
Bugle
bastard.
Boys.
Yeah, but he was a greedy bastard. But I always loved Scrooge.
I think I watched that show a
Scrooge
lot. I don't
McDuck.
remember it at all.
Really?
And that's another great thing is that you watched it a lot. As you can see, I couldn't tell if he was a villain or not. I watched a lot of it very passively, very just like it's happening, it's funny or not. But I want to rediscover it, but I also want to watch it with my kids because I think that'll be cool to see them like. And I wonder if they're going to update the animation.
Oh, they are.
And see, that'll be cool.
It's like a revamp. Like they've changed some of the names around. Like the little girl duck was Wendy. They changed her name to something else. It's not Wendy anymore.
So that's always
I think
fun.
the other two. I think it's like not Huey, Louie, and Dewey anymore. It's like 3 other alternate names.
I think it is.
Is it?
I think so.
I feel like I read that they changed names around. I was like, oh, I know the girl for definitely they changed her name.
Right.
But Scrooge is still there, and my man Launchpad McQuack.
Launchpad McQuack
is Bizak.
Come
and
on,
that was
man.
my favorite. Him and Gizmo Duck were my favorite characters of DuckTales.
That Launchpad was
got
the
a good
one
cast too.
who could make anything fly.
He could make anything fly, but he couldn't land worth his fucking life.
Worth.
My man crashed every vehicle he
Every
flew.
landing was a crash landing with my man Launchpad.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm excited about. What are you excited to see come back?
Come back. I mean, I'll go off the map a little bit, and I want to say this show, United Shades of America, where I interviewed that guy, Kamau Bell, last year.
That's right.
Oh, he's getting another season?
Yeah, he
Nice.
is. So that's great.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah.
That
If
was a
people
good
don't
show.
remember, the premise is like he's a tall black guy with a big fro, and he goes places where he would feel uncomfortable naturally, or people who look like him would feel uncomfortable.
Right.
Uncomfortable or unwelcome or like underrepresented, and he just kind of tries to explore diversity in America that way, and like race. He called it like Tony Bourdain's show, but with racism instead of food. So he killed it with last season.
And I imagine if they shot up until now,
Yeah.
this last election season, he
boy.
probably went to some
True.
really interesting places.
Word. No, that's a great one.
Sweet.
Great one. I'm glad that got renewed.
I'll squeeze in another 2. This show, The Leftovers, on HBO. It's gonna end this year, and I'm excited. Well, that can be my show that's ending.
No, a show that you never want to see ever again.
Oh, never
Like
want to see
one
ever
that should
again.
never be on
Okay, well then
television.
I gotta say that.
No,
again.
Leftovers
So,
are great.
All right.
I'm gonna cliche and just go Game of Thrones. I need to
Yeah.
know how this shit ends.
Yeah.
I never read any of the books. I don't read spoilers. I need to know how they're gonna cap this shit, and it's not gonna. It's
They
no
couldn't.
fillers.
They couldn't spoil you anymore.
And it's no fillers, right? They're like going straight. Like they said, it's like 6, like
eight. I think
8
8 and
episodes?
7 or something. I think
So
this
it's 2
year
more
is 8.
seasons.
It's 2 more shorter seasons.
All right, so that, like, yeah, I need to know. There's a lot of questions, man. I
Yeah,
need
true that.
questions.
I can
answered.
wait, and it's coming later. It's coming in like June or July, and like I can wait till the summer, but I really don't want it to be only 8 episodes. Like that's so short.
It is.
It's
man.
only 2 shorter,
Oh
but
damn.
they're good at like doing a supersize episode though. So kind of like Back of the Class.
Yes. I'm excited to see Insecure come back.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Issa's work,
Yeah.
especially when she was doing Awkward Black Girl on YouTube. I love that.
Insecure. Is that the one on HBO?
Yes, HBO. My cousin plays her ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
So yeah,
the one who she was living
shout
with.
out to Elon. No, her ex-boyfriend, the
Ex
music
like
producer.
prior to the.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So he was in it a bunch the first season.
All right.
But yeah, so it was cool to see him. It was cool to see her get that moment, that HBO show. It was even better to see that it was really well received. And, I'm glad that, it's coming back for another season.
And just like with Atlanta, like letting young black people be on
Yeah.
TV, have conversations you don't usually see on TV, have shit that,
Yes, man.
a lot of people are like, yes, like I'm very glad
It's
to see
time.
that discussed on TV.
And we're going to need that, man. I think we're going to need
Mhm.
that in this year coming up.
Yeah.
This
We're
fool,
gonna need it for fucking 4 more
this
years.
fool
That's
gets
a
inaugurated.
safe bet.
Yeah, we're going to need to have these conversations. So
Now more than ever, we're gonna need more distractions to keep us.
Right.
Not distractions, but like shit to get your mind off the
Yeah.
inevitable fucking
Yeah.
buffoonery
Right,
and
right,
fuckery that's gonna be happening in politics and in
All right, Zach, a show that you don't want to ever see make it back to television.
Oh, wow.
Don't take mine.
I only pick. Oh no, you know what? That fucking Young Pope show that's about to come out this
Oh,
weekend, dude.
wow.
I'm actually
I-
intrigued about that.
Man, don't watch it. I don't want to have
Really?
to. I don't want to have. I just don't want to have to be upset with you.
Wait,
I
why?
I just feel like I gotta excommunicate anybody who watches that.
Really? I'm actually intrigued to see what it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hate
I'm-
hate Jude Law.
Fair enough.
Wow.
don't want to watch any show about any kind of pope, much less a show
Even Alfie?
much
Jude Law?
much less about a show who's like he's like a young demonic like badass pope like smoking cigarettes, man.
but it's
and
such
like
a it flips it on his like. I grew up like I'm
Yeah.
agnostic. Like, I'm
Mhm.
atheist. I don't believe in
Mhm.
it. But I
But-
grew up Catholic.
yeah.
So like I want to see what they do. You know what I'm saying? To make him a bad boy. I mean, from the previews, like he's telling mother whatever Diane Keaton to like call him. You call me something. Like,
Yeah,
this is how you refer to me from now
your
on. And
Lord
she
and
says
Sa-
it.
yeah, something like that.
He makes other
God Almighty or something.
he makes other priests like kiss his feet. Like you say, he's smoking the cigarette. Like I want to see like how far they go, and it's HBO, so they don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Zach. I don't need to see that on TV.
I'm just intrigued. I want to see what it is. I probably won't watch like the whole thing unless it like captivates me. And I'm like, this is actually pretty good.
Man, I can't look at that guy's stupid face for even a preview.
Damn,
even
we
a
found
preview.
Zach's other trigger.
Damn.
Just all the last, I feel like the last 6 months,
Yo.
every time I've watched an HBO show, I had to hear about this
Yo.
fucking
One day,
the young bad pope.
One day, I'm gonna flood your workstation with Kirsten Dunst and Jude Law photos.
Oh,
Making
I'm
out.
glad you remembered. I'm glad you remembered.
Oh, dude, because after that, I saw. I don't know why I did it to myself, but I watched Spider-Man 3.
Oh.
And that abomination of a movie.
I don't
and
know
then
why I did it to
Kirsten
myself.
Dunst is in it, and I just kept thinking, man, Zach hates Kirsten Dunst.
You guys are gonna remember that for the rest of your
Oh yeah,
lives.
it's never going to go away.
Mine that I never want to see and I wish would go away
Never
is
again.
honestly Walking Dead.
Oh wow.
I just-
you used to love that show.
I
thought.
used to love it like 2 years ago,
Right.
but now like I watched this season just to see what happened that first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I only made it 2 episodes in because I was like, I know what this is. This is like the same fucking shit. It's always like highlight. It's peaks and valleys, but this year's been like peak, valley, and then just going down. And then like I see the promos for the new season, And I'm like, oh, what a surprise. You got to gather more people to fight against the people that are fucking posing you.
Yeah.
Wow, what a change in direct. Like, it's
Right,
just,
right,
like,
right.
Like, I just can't. I'm like, I don't know how people still watch that shit.
Well, I've never started because
I will say if they're gonna keep following the comic like they have, and what comes after this arc, like what would be probably maybe all next season or at least the end of next season is really cool shit in the book. But I could not. I stopped watching that show like 2
It's not
episodes
Woodbury,
into
right?
the
Because that was
second
way
season.
before. That was like already.
No. But yeah, I love that comic and I don't like that show.
It's just, yeah, man. It's just, you know.
And I'm pissed that Michonne would go out with Rick on the show. That's not from the book.
Oh, yeah, that
and
was-
that's so. I just don't like I don't like Rick. I think he doesn't fit himself in the book, and I didn't like Carl.
Like, you mean
either,
like
so.
his story, his.
Just you gotta
his
love
arc?
him reading the book because he's his number one. I just don't like. I didn't think he fit him, and I didn't like him.
I'm still pissed that Carl's still alive.
Yeah,
I know
man,
nothing.
that was a good choice. The Walking Dead.
All right, my show, and I was forced to watch an episode of this last night, which is why it's fresh in my mind. Fuller House.
Oh no!
I never ever want to see that so forced, highly, terribly scripted, terribly acted, terribly written show.
With the laugh track.
Oh, ever.
But when you think about it, that's what we used
again.
to watch, dude. Like, growing up, that's the shit we
Oh.
watched.
It was painful to watch. Gibbler's husband is some kind of Spanish, and he
Yeah.
speaks really
Some kind
bad
of
Spanglish.
Uh.
And like sometimes he's speaking in Spanish, sometimes is highly offensive.
Oh.
And like it's just they try to keep it like generational, whereas like the younger audience are supposed to be, you know, like hip and up on the technology and whatnot, and the other people are out of touch. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And it's run amok in my household, man. My kids and my wife love watching that.
My
crap.
daughter loves it too. I think she's watched both those seasons 2 times.
Yeah, I
and
hate
I'm
it.
like, what?
I hate it. And the one kid, forget the one little kid, he's too much. His raspy voice, and he just is just too much. It's like, go sit your little ass down somewhere.
That's a good choice, man. Let it out.
Yeah, man, I hate that show.
Juan, what do you think about a Mega Man TV show?
There was a Mega Man TV show back in the day that I used to love.
Cartoon.
Cartoon.
Yep,
All
I
right.
remember.
The
Mega
theme
Man.
song, I will never forget it. Mega Man, the
Yeah.
fighting robot. I don't know if. I mean, I was at the height. Like, Mega Man was on video games. Mega Man was a big deal.
Right,
Right now, Mega Man isn't like. To me, yeah, nostalgic.
right.
But there's no new brand new Mega Man games, just remastered games that keep coming out.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just a weird time for that to come out. But I mean, I'm all for that shit if it introducing it to kids.
Yeah.
A lot of these reboots that are cartoons that we love that they've rebooted just haven't worked out because I don't know if it's just the generational shift or what. But like, remember they tried to reboot Thundercats, and I liked it, the new version of it, and it got canceled for one season because like the new kids just didn't like that shit because they don't watch TV anymore, dude. They're on their tablets, they're on YouTube,
Right.
and they're just watching live action shit. I don't think cartoons.
Resonate as much anymore.
don't.
It
Yeah,
was a
man.
moment for us. It was Saturday mornings. It was right
Exactly.
after school. It dominated certain time slots of our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Keeping it all the way real. For a very, very, very long time in my early childhood, I did not know that Mega Man and Iron Man were not the same man.
Really?
Did not know it.
Hey,
It's
there.
funny.
Yeah, terrible.
And those games are dumb hard.
Oh, word.
Mega Man games?
Never played any of those.
Dumb hard.
I can attest to that.
All right, what are we listening to this weekend?
I mean, since we go beyond just listening, sometimes I gotta ask you: did you watch the Blackish episode this week about the election?
I don't know if I did.
Maybe it didn't air yet. What night is the show on?
I think it's Wednesdays.
Yeah. I think it was this week. It's either this week or the next week. If it was this week, I'm definitely gonna make sure I dig it up because I heard it was amazing.
I just watched an episode. It was the porn episode.
I watched that last night
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That was the last episode I watched.
Talking Blackish?
Yes.
Nope, not me.
Yeah. We know you racist bastard.
But
Anyway.
no, what I'm gonna listen
Race has
to.
nothing
So
to
it's
do
been
with
a
it.
year since Bowie died, and I've been listening to a lot of Bowie, and I realized that despite having a title description for most of the year, did not listen to a lot of Prince. Like in the time, like right after he died, there was definitely some, and then like New Year's Eve came around, and I was like, I'm like paying tribute to the greats tonight, and so I played a lot of Prince.
Right.
So I'm doing some of that.
You want to Bowie it up?
No, Prince.
And Prince. Oh, Prince it up. Okay.
They'll be fighting for rotation, but yeah.
Word.
Haven't been really listening to much music lately. Honestly.
Then what the fleep are you doing?
Sleeping in late.
What?
I've been watching a lot of anime.
You've been listening to Wait a Minute a lot, though.
I have been listening to Wait a Minute.
What's that, a podcast?
Wait.
His name is Fresher, PH.
Fresher.
And the name of the song is Wait a Minute. And the hook is wait a minute.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Juan has been banging that.
Did you guys see that kid rapping Harry Potter stuff? No. It was a real, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to. I'll just send it to you.
I'm just watching anime.
All right.
Yeah, you've been having
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's my shit.
Listen to that Donkey Kong Country soundtrack on your phone.
That's that heat.
Oh my God. Donkey
Still
Kong
got
Country.
it in my phone.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. If there's one thing I can count on in this world.
You damn Skippy.
How about you?
I'm still enjoying the Saba album, Bucket List. That shit is dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I dove into it more because, obviously I was interviewing him today, but it's such a good listen. And there's so many layers to it to appreciate. It's a lot of live instrumentation. His flows are dope. His utilization of skits. And the features, No Name, she's on it. Twister's on it. Chance the Rapper's on it. His brother's on it. There's a bunch of people on it, but it fits so well in the soundscape right now. And I just really was bit by the sound. Like sonically, it just feels good.
And he produces a lot of those other kids' stuff too,
Right.
and he jumps on them like it's all that big pool of sound, and his is like some representative, like some of the best.
It ain't no
stuff
wait a
about
minute
it.
though.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Shut up.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I'm honored he came on the show, man. Thanks.
Yeah,
Saba.
man. Shout out to him for coming on. And that's how we're going to end this I'm about to say complex. That's how we're going to end this podcast.
All right.
We're not going to be too complex.
Inside joke.
And that's how we're going to
See
do
you
it.
next week. Don't watch the Young Pope. Don't watch the Young Pope.